other than
Okay.
that.
So Christmas for you was a time of discovery, a
Yes,
musical journey.
Always. My goodness.
Yeah.
How about you, Henry?
Did you discover anything in particular?
I remember the first ever games console I got. It was in 1991, I think. I mean, it was the Sega Mega Drive or the Genesis. I think it was maybe called in Australia.
We had Mega Drive in Australia.
I was cool. I was cool. I was 3 years old. I remember very vividly opening that. And that was my first ever gaming experience of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sick.
You've been fragging ever since.
Yeah,
that was a good game on the Mega Drive.
It wasn't bad, actually.
Have you already booked your tickets for the Sonic movie, I assume?
Have you seen that they've actually reskinned?
Thank God.
They've remodeled it.
Because
Actually,
of
looks pretty
Reddit.
legit now.
Because of Reddit.
Actually, it was ridiculous though. It was actually
funny.
offensive what it was before. Actually, it looks like a pretty cool film now at this point.
There's
Anyway,
no one in B, boys. There's no one in B.
we're into the pistol, and it's gonna be OG on the
he's
T
missed the
side
second
with
flash.
an open B bomb
fired.
side, but not for long. As Snacks wiping
Alexi.
things up, and VP now start to close in.
That's a really nice position from Alexi. Just plays the waiting game. Kind
Are
of
we
go to
casting
USB.
this?
I'm not sure. You're right.
You got it.
No, here's the thing. I think we start lightly.
Yeah,
and
I was
then,
gonna go on a track.
yeah, we
here.
scatter in a little bit of Counter-Strike, and most of the time we're probably talking about why we're mentally fucked.
Mentally
Fucked.
fucked. Okay.
Fucked. Like fucked in the head.
Yeah, I get it. I got it.
Yeah.
Physically, we're doing okay.
Physically, it looks like we've got everything together, but on the outside...
How's the jet lag treating you today?
No, I intentionally went to bed quite early last night so I could wake up early this morning and go to the gym.
What time did you get up?
5 a.m.
I
one of those
went to bed
mentalists.
at like 11.
Just-
From Betway.com,
Yes.
just so you know. It is going to be OG as the favourites. I wouldn't actually have them as favourites going into this one.
That's
if I'm
interesting.
It is curious, based off the fact they've played 2 official games of Counter-Strike.
honest. Right? You're putting a lot of weight into their names.
Wow.
And we did say the names,
Yeah.
there's something, but they're not
They're not everything.
the
Like,
Legends team.
You know what?
are
They're
they?
not house names. They're like bungalow names. You know?
Like, you know of
It's
them.
warm.
you
It's
know of them.
comforting. It's familiar, but there's no second floor.
Here's the thing. They've been spoken about before, but Anders has never said, "Are you kidding me?" about any of these players.
Oh man, but Valdemar likely not long before Anders will be screaming and breaking his vocal cords for the Danish Viking. They are just going to be walking.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
snatch him up.
Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
And Fur.
Honestly,
gets
I feel
through.
like the VP team like the most.
I reckon they're going to
underrated here.
16-0 this.
This is going to be brutal, I think.
You got a feeling? So this is actually my first chance to see OG in the server. I wasn't catching the games yesterday.
It wasn't that it was like
What did you learn?
like their approach to the game, especially on the CT side, it's solid, right?
Yeah.
You know, but on the T side, they're having their mid rounds is always going to be the worry for 2 reasons. 1, because they don't have experience and officials with it, and 2, because English is a second language. We're going to have chaotic
That's the main
moments,
one,
right?
yes.
Those
Who's
2
had
right there.
experience with that before? And
Issa.
NBK?
Issa.
Has NBK always been in French?
Yeah. So it's
Well, he
just
had
Issa.
some international experience. Okay, so Issa's done it before
And
with
Mansu,
HR.
who's got a British flag.
Yeah.
But he's-
MBK speaks very good English.
Yeah, he
though.
does,
that
yeah.
won't be a problem. He could slow into any.
Well, I assume he
international
speaks English with his girlfriend, right? Who's
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And
So
he plays a lot of FPL.
and the
stuff.
Danes have no excuse. Those guys like a better English than we
So
are.
who's the excuse for? You make an excuse for Issa at the moment?
No, he's the one who has, because he and
Yeah,
Hellraiser
exactly.
were speaking,
So I mean,
right?
Alexi B. I mean, I've spoken to him. He is fluent and articulate.
Yeah, right. Well, maybe these guys
Maybe
have,
that's not an excuse.
maybe they don't have any excuses.
Well,
Maybe they
this
should be winning.
Is looking very good right now. It was a bit of a bonus situation considering him with FAMASs and MP9s, but still only 1 kill found. Let's go, Gio on the board, boys.
And it doesn't really cost them much at all. They're even sending a little bit of a loose cannon to go exploring. Who's that? Who's Apps? My God, my eyes suck. Thank you, Valda.
Yeah, I've got my own little personal screen.
Are you
now.
guys both like that? Like,
Okay, can you tell me read me the numbers of the T's on the A site right now from that screen? Go on.
the T's on the A site right now.
Yeah, so those numbers.
Okay,
Those numbers in
so
that
the
dot.
guy with the bomb.
There's
The bomb's
no,
down.
Bomb's down, so it's a good start.
Yeah.
The guy on the bomb in his back. The guy over in
Yeah,
T-Sport.
the guy that's...
Chat, you got this one right
I
here. You can
tuned
use
back
this-
into the
you can use this
conversation
one. Use
halfway
your old
through.
man screen as well.
the old man screen. You can really wheel that into the center of the screen.
You do have to wheel it in each game, but it does give you a much better experience.
It's like that TV they used to wheel in when the
It
teacher
is.
was it was
Yeah.
a DOS lesson.
When you used to put Bill Nye on as the science guy, just
Oh,
to put
wow.
Why?
that
So
on.
why are teachers, right? Shout out to all teachers out there. Do you think all teachers, when they decide they want to be a teacher, like, yeah, I'm going to educate the youth of tomorrow, and then when they realize that they get into the establishment of schooling systems, especially within the United Kingdom, and probably America, Australia, I'm sure Canada's probably the same, that it's hopeless and that they're literally just going to be smashing their head against a brick wall?
I think there is a constant struggle for the teachers of this world in a battle for wanting to provide, whether they want to give them information, or they truly want to, feed the brains of these growing youths, or they have to just, memorize enough to pass the syllabus.
Yeah.
But that's, I think, is the biggest strife in education. My sister's having a go, dipping her toe into the teaching pool. It seems wanting to help is definitely a motivator.
Yeah, I think that the latter is an unfortunate case for the majority. Mihu could have amazing timing right here. Never mind.
Or not. Well, it's looking like a very, very nice one for OG here. 3 versus 1 foe. Got a very small chance of winning it, but the timing eludes him.
It does feel so good, doesn't it, seeing names like Mantu joining teams with NBK, Valda, Alexi B. Like, we're seeing so many examples of people getting their break in CSGO now.
Yeah.
It's like a demonstration of the new generation. Now, I admittedly, often we've seen that new generation needs more time. I've got a couple of examples off the top of my head of players that got given their shot and weren't ready. Tens is a really good example from North America. That's how it was described by his ex-teammates, was that he was not ready for pro play. And I think that's a conversation to see who can land and run with this momentum that's fed to
Was
them.
there more to that? Like, did they go into that deeper?
There was a little more, but like it seemed rather dismissive in the sense of he truly I don't want to say too much. I think this is to quote Daps. I don't want to say too much, but to summarize, he is not ready for a competitive Counter-Strike team.
Yeah, because a lot of so I think if we use Brolin as an example, right, of one of these kids who is now playing at the highest level, he's legitimately a kid. Like, he is.
He's sipping Coca-Cola and having half a pizza for lunch.
Yeah, think back to when you were 17.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I know that I was an idiot when I was that age. I'm not saying that Brolin's an idiot. I'm just saying that the majority of us, as we get older, we look back at ourselves when we were younger.
I think you grow up much quicker, though, once you're in the public eye like this.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like when you're surrounded by adults at all times and you very quickly have to learn how to be a professional in this environment.
God, I did.
Yeah, like you're under contract as well. It's not like you can just bugger around.
I haven't learned how to iron my shirt.
I did. I got a tutorial.
I can do enough to make it presentable.
Yeah, do the front.
Yeah, the front panels. Put the jacket on.
Yeah.
I can do that.
That's why I travel with a steamer.
Steamer is the one. That is a great life hack.
People don't realize Chad travels with a full
Or you can do the real lazy version. Just take the hanger into the shower
and hold it.
Hang it up, and then just it's good to go afterwards. That's if you really can't be bothered.
Or you do that for TI and you come in with a half soggy shirt because your shower curtain wasn't perfectly adjusted.
You heard back from Valve recently, Alex? Or
he turned up to TI with a soggy shirt.
Well, I just didn't quite get the shower trick right the first time.
You put it in the shower with you. wore it in the shower.
Guys, it's come out damp. Do I have to dry it? Or?
I was wearing it like you guys said. Doesn't seem to be working as well.
Do I dry it? Is there a drying process next? Do I walk through something?
I can't really talk. I've spent most of the mornings here blow drying my clothes due to the sogginess.
That's all right. It's all good.
But yeah, in terms of being forced to grow up, like Brolin as the example you're using, I definitely can attest to that. I feel like the esports space, there's a lot of young people thrown amongst what was at the time, like an old man's game.
Yeah.
A lot of
esports stars like that though, not necessarily being robbed of their youth or anything, but you definitely don't get the same experience we had growing up in terms of when you were just kind of having that coming of age and going to parties and all this sort of thing.
They lose
around,
all that, don't they?
And you're doing that for I did that for. I'm still doing it, to be honest with you.
I did
From
it for 6 months. I hated it.
to 31, I'm still going.
Yeah.
But I feel like they'll just never get that because it's just the idea they're not really going to be finding new friends. They're going to be kind of growing up with these older Counter-Strike players, which is great. It's a fantastic opportunity. Probably better than going out and getting drunk, But there's some life skills to be learned out there.
There is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Social skills. Then I think it's an interesting one as being a child esports star.
You know who I think is very mature for his age as well is Frozen, for example.
Frozen,
right?
you wouldn't know
carries
how young he is.
like an adult.
Yeah, definitely.
I
didn't know when I first met him. I thought he was not that he looks older. I thought he was 21 though.
21, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the way he acts, his demeanor is impressive. Someone who was 16 the first time I met him.
Just a quick little note with the game right now. I noticed yesterday as well, Valda seemed to be the main player on the side of OG buying the SG. I know we're still in the early stages. A lot of people still could be.
He was looking good yesterday too.
Yeah. He was doing some big fragging on Dust 2,
Dust
I thought
2
it was,
especially, very assertive. Foot on your throat.
There's another one where that came from Veggie.
Oh, that was a team dink. Alexi just got shot by a teammate.
And now we can smoke off connector, and A is theirs. Looks like they found a site that works for them. And there's nothing really these last two boys can do. He's giving it a shot, liking it. But OG got 4 here. Snack's been a hero to find at least a double.
I think Snacks likes LA a little bit, doesn't he? You see him around the traps. Always got a smile on his face.
There he is. Well, he'll be removed now, unfortunately. OG, after winning that third round, kind of running away with it now. Veggie yet to frag, but I'm sure there's a lot more to come.
Still early stages, isn't it?
Very early.
So just a couple of things for the viewers at home. As you can see here, Alexi's bought into the Mac 10, assuming that he's going to be versing Kevlar or no armor, and that is a pretty good call. So he might do a bit of a reconnaissance mission here, push on in.
Yeah, you want to throw him in first. Like, it's one of those weapons that if you give it up, you've already got helmets on your side. It's not going to be that deadly, and it's normally going to find a couple of kills before it goes down, right? And especially on a map like Mirage, you're kind of setting him up with smokes and flashes. You can see the bomb towards the B side of the map. So it's just a bit of a pump over here towards A, presumably sending in that Mac 10 first. It's actually going to be
It's a classic pump and dump, we call that one.
How did Alexibitis take that much damage in towards the B palm? Is he getting naded?
Must have swallowed.
Or
it.
no, he was scout tag,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah, I think Snack's on that side of the map. It must have been. So he took a scout bullet. They had a quick little showing towards A to see what kind of reaction they get out of there. See if there's a force buy, see if there's any grenades in hand, but nothing thrown back. So at this point, down to the 1Digs here. Good shots from me, who takes MBK down to 10. They're maybe overthinking this one a little bit.
Things getting a little scary, and this is one of the scariest rounds in Counter-Strike, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to see why.
Oof, that's a
because you have to
spicy
swing
angle.
and does clear it. Nice.
Well, there we go. Looks like Crisis has been averted.
The big man ting.
Sorry?
Ooh,
Well, man 2, the big,
big
man ting.
ting.
I mean,
It's
The
like
big man tongue. The big man, I don't know.
no, he's going for
Come
a
on.
Britishism.
no, I get it. I understand. I was just like hearing him say it. I found it quite fascinating.
It was enthralling.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's cool, man. And this one,
Do you guys
perhaps not so cool for Issa because he's just given an AK-47 over towards the enemy line. They're not going to go for the retrieval though. PHR more interested in keeping hold of his Kevlar vest, and he'll try his Kevlar best in the next.
Oh, anyway.
Not that.
Back to you, Chad, and all that stuff. So,
What do we need to add to the lantern, you reckon? Do we want a ping pong table? Because you guys seem to be really big on the table.
I think in January I'm going to sort that out. I'm going
Okay.
to just go down to the old
You wanted to
sports
pull.
shop.
I think a pool table's cooler.
Definitely cooler. You could get both because the good thing about the ping pong table is you fold it up, put it in the corner. You
That's
just bring it out
true.
when you need it.
That's
Pool
true.
table going to stay in position.
and ping pong is fast becoming, I think. The
Oh,
sport.
it's his
yeah,
favourite
it
sport.
feels like something we need to get good at because it's at every event now. And I'm like an okay player. I can play to a reasonable level. Will be most people. When I beat someone who's actually a player, you know, someone actually does
really
it.
good.
Who?
Fur.
Yeah, I think I played him once before. I think it was a good game, but he beat me. But I want to be like to a level where I actually feel like I'm actually competitive.
Yeah.
And right now, the only practice I'm getting is every now and then Alex and I will just rally up. But I want to get back in the zone, you know. I think it's time.
We're looking for hobbies, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Table tennis could be
Hi,
the
nice
thing that
to
saves
meet you.
our
My
lives.
name's Alex. I'm 40 years old, and I take photos and play ping pong.
This is then we start
Nice,
getting.
yeah, I guess.
So like my biggest concern right now in life is ending up old and alone. And
That's your biggest concern.
my biggest concern, because I literally don't have any other worries in my entire life other than Mihu getting destroyed right there and the B bomb being.
fragility.
I'm not worried about
the
death.
world. Okay.
I'm not worried about death. I'm not worried about a couple of fat dudes
Dying
pushing
alone?
some buttons and nuking the world. I'm not worried about that. I don't care about the fact that I can't travel in Europe freely anymore. I don't care about any of that shit. That's all fine.
You can. You got a Maltese residence.
That's true. I can. I don't care about. I don't worry. I don't care. I just care about ending up alone.
Okay. Well,
Dude, we're right here with you. We'll die by your side. It's fine. I'll be by your deathbed, telling you everything's going to be okay, reminding you of your...
as you turn the machine off,
Right.
smother him with a pillow.
Well, no, you'll hold your ridiculously HD 1080p phone and you'll
1080p.
1080p.
They've really
No,
advanced
sorry,
the technology
okay,
there.
1080i. interlaced. And
really
you'll
advanced.
hold it up in front of his face and it'll be like Titan Mirage and...
Oh yeah, play
it'll be
that
Chad's demo POV.
as the lights go out.
Yeah.
As I go
Chad,
towards the light.
This is the
I'll
best day
cast
of
it
your
again.
life.
We'll cast it again fresh. You'll get a fresh perspective.
It was better than your first wedding.
Get Jason in there.
And his second.
The second wasn't that good.
The
but-
third? I mean...
Well, at least the ceremony was nice.
Oh, it
wasn't
was
it?
nice, yeah.
What kind of wedding would you have, Chad? A big
No,
one? Balls to the wall?
mine would be a
Summer
smallish
wedding.
kind of
Dubs,
situation.
Massive church.
Yeah, what I'd do is I'd keep it secret from everybody and then just fly people over and be quite pretentious about it.
Ooh, like a
Doesn't sound that fun.
mystical invite. Like it just says San
Well,
Fran.
it's going to turn up. Is it going to be a party at least? Or is
No,
it going to be like sounds more like a funeral, to be honest.
I'm not going to fucking keep it a secret. No, I had one something, quite small. People playing Counter-Strike, of course.
Can I commentate it?
Of course.
Can we get on Twitch and I'll commentate the whole
Let's
thing?
do it on Twitch.
Down the aisle now.
Here he comes, Virtual, looking like he might be regretting this one. He's not sure this is the move he wanted to make. But here he is now, committed, signing the contract. Thumbs up.
Packed on the pounds. And well, he spent the pounds as well as we find ourselves here at the Mercedes-Benz Arena.
He has been reported as bankrupt. But
she's happy, and that's all that matters.
the taxman at the door waiting to take them away. As we get into the double AWP setup now, Snacks and Snatchy.
I'm sure a white-collar prison would treat me pretty nice.
There you go for the boost. And this.
Ooh, they flash them back off the line. Good stuff there from VP. This is a little bit clunky.
It's like them regressing middle a little bit. Nade towards the ramp does catch Snatchy. Man 2, obviously, not Snatchy. To be given a way out. Can't see the zone smoke grenade. But your prediction, Henry, of a VP stomp, it certainly looked good for the first two rounds of play.
They was on.
2 rounds of play.
It's the first game of the day.
I still honestly think VP are going to win this.
Everyone's getting their juices flowing.
I just feel like they're the sort of team that's like, why wouldn't you be like having at least all the theory down, everything ready to go? They might not be beating them in the individual department necessarily, but hopefully now 2 versus 1 for Snacks. He does like to win the clutches, but might not be in the best form right now. Time will tell. As the Molotov is actually decent. Hasn't really got the best weapon for the job, and might be out of luck here. And indeed he is going to be here to close things out. Bit of cruise control here for OG. First showing under the new banner.
Veggie needs to get something going.
Anything but the 0 and 7 right now. It's not the full James Bond, but it's not far off.
We've all been there a few times before.
It's not a good feeling. So, round 10, double digits now, maximum loss bonus. An M4, a 4 spy.
A late one out of spawn. Ooh.
I never like these.
When
you get into your spots late.
If you know there's a discrepancy in the team in terms of the buy, why don't we just take a pause, discuss it, instead of buying
have a chat
5 seconds after the freeze time.
Getting to your position late and then getting rushed and then the round already being over.
And it's always funny as well when you can see who's made that call. Like you see Snacks with a UMP armor, like running out of spawn. Everyone else is like, oh, okay, strafing back.
We're going in.
Okay, PHR's got himself that.
Suggests that things aren't all tickety-boo, you know?
And not Tockety 2.
That was
like that rule I was explaining to you yesterday.
Tockety 2. Oh, right, yes.
Tickety boo, not whatever the Tockety B.
Yeah, I need to look that up and read it. I feel
it needs to be better explained to me.
Come on, guys. Come on, mate. Good shot from Issa. That was lovely. Clean kill onto PHR.
Yeah, it's not really much in terms of strategy being presented right now. Just a lot of contact plays to key choke
Headshots are good, though.
You wouldn't just necessarily say, right, well, at default, you're just going to walk up a ramp and
shoot the guy ticket in the head.
See if you can take him down CT spawn.
Did you have any pre-game rituals, Henry, when you were playing professionally?
I had some weird ones at one point. When I was in CGS, like when I few $1,000s flying around, you know.
Yeah.
I used to be like, if I had a good game that day, like I wouldn't want to change anything. I wouldn't want to eat anything. I was
the same with not eating.
I would get to the point like, unless I really need to go for a piss, I'd be like, I'm just going to keep the body level. All the chemicals are going on right now. I'm just going to keep everything the same. And it would be a placebo for sure, but it would kind of give me some sort of comfort.
Like mental stability.
Yeah, and I'd always just feel like, okay, I haven't fucked with anything. I'm having a good day. That'd normally work. And then I'm trying to think. I always used to chew gum. That was like I read about that years ago.
Okay.
Like my teammate, like some of his papers, like if you chew gum, you actually get better blood flow in your head, especially to the brain, because your jaw's moving in that way.
Okay.
Like you chew gum while
so
you're playing.
You knew about it before it was
Because I have like some nervous tics. I jig my leg all the time. When I'm chewing gum, when I'm playing, it kind of removes one of those.
Okay.
And it kind of like just lets me focus on the game. And I don't know why, I always chewed gum. So that was a couple of things.
Ahead of the pack.
Yeah, we're doing that way back
extra.
in the day. But now Twists is he's taken the baton. He's moved on.
He took my hair and he took the chewing gum.
He took the chewing gum as well, yeah.
I think that he puts a lot of effort into his hair though, whereas I didn't put any effort into my hair.
Yeah, it seems like a whole production for his.
Yeah.
Not for LXEB though. He uses 3-in-1, I believe.
What, the body wash, body wash, hand cream, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant,
all in one gunky bottle. Yeah,
use it for everything.
It's
Face wash.
He's just covered in bubbles head to toe, and he's done.
To be honest, I don't mind that.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's
grief.
terrifying.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
That's Sean's
You know,
baby.
I thought, like, knowing Sean, I thought he'd have a handsome-looking kid, but that's ugly as
It doesn't
fuck.
look the best, does it?
That is the ugliest-looking baby I've ever seen.
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting that it's
Got that weird
Arteezy.
tattoo on his head as well. Like,
Smudgy.
that's pretty nice. What was it, like a 3D clover or something? Like, it's just a cool looking baby, really.
I was a weird child. I pushed a pram around with a fake
That
baby.
explains
That explains
a lot,
so
actually.
much.
Yeah.
Does it really?
Actually,
Yeah.
Now I'm glad you said that, actually. To push a pram
What do you
around.
mean?
Like, as in, like.
Did it have a fake baby in it?
Yeah, I think so.
You were doing what the little girls do.
Yeah, like for sure. But like, just want to let you know that that's something I was up to.
Okay.
Did someone have to like
Well, no
kind
judgment.
of get involved and like remove it, or did
No.
it just naturally faded away?
I think it was like a natural progression into the Action Man Jeep.
Okay.
So I kind of managed
got
to
back on the
get
track.
back on brand a
Yeah,
little bit.
on brand.
Jesus.
Action Man. I'm trying to think what was my favorite. I liked the
It's
Action
because my
Man.
cousin had one, man. It was just, she looked like she was having so much fun with it.
I used to be my cousin's biggest fan. Whenever he was
Yeah.
into, that was why. I don't know why. It was
I
just
was
like,
into Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z.
Pokemon never really resonated with me, to be honest with you. Like, computer games arrived when I was like 10. That's when like Quake came out. I was
Yeah,
like,
your old man was into that
yeah,
stuff, right?
so like
I didn't get any
I
of
just
that
with
shit.
toys and shit like that. Like, really didn't bother me. Like once I found Quake, I was like, well,
This
this
is it.
is better than everything.
Yeah, it is.
Instead of plastic dolls, like we just do nothing. Like
Oh.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are cool, but we have got an eco victory potentially here, Chad.
Yeah,
No,
it's
well,
always
Cold Nuts,
possible.
you hold the
no,
phone.
no, hold up a second. There's a Deagle in the side. Oh, no, it's an M4.
And there's the Krieg M4, but they're surely just gonna fall back at this stage. We'll see.
No,
if
they're
this still
going. They're going
confirms
in.
things.
Whoop!
We're off.
Snacks has won them the round. Alexi B perhaps to change
It's 48
things.
seconds.
He has got
He
a
does
shot.
win these.
And just on the edge of that smoke, he finds the angle he needed. I don't know if they actually have a shot now. Where's
Well, we
this
saw
rotate?
this play yesterday, the fake jump.
Yeah, it's quite a cool one.
It was
isn't
actually used against Snacks. And there it is.
And it works
He wouldn't have
perfectly.
heard it. He was too far away. But still, Alexi V's decision to reinitiate aggression.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't get video game. Like, I had console games. I had to beg for a PC. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that was never fun.
I remember the family trip to PC World after the first computer had been bought. Got to choose a game each.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
I
game
went-
did you pick?
I went for Age of Empires.
Good
the
choice.
first one.
That's a good shout. Age of Empires is a
My
classic.
sister went for 101 Dalmatians and ended up playing more 101 Dalmatians, if I'm honest. It was
So,
a clear favourite.
What kind of
family.
game was that?
Side scroller?
I remember. It was relatively like polygony. There was some 3D. I remember
What was it? What platform was it on?
on the
PC.
computer.
Oh,
on the
okay,
computer,
right.
yeah. I just remember there was lots of kind of retreat. You had to collect bones and
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a
That's
bit
an easy one for them
yeah.
to make,
It's a
isn't
bit
it? Run around the
spooky.
map, pick up the bones.
pick up the bone.
101 Dalmatians.
I've never seen a
Yeah.
dog really have too many bones. Really.
No, they
But-
do.
what?
They eat bones.
I know they do, but it's like every cartoon, they really kind of overplay the whole bone situation.
Yeah, and and the shape of the bone as well. You know, like it's not
It's
like
always like a dinosaur
particularly
bone.
creative.
isn't it? It's like, well, 101 Dalmatians again. I never played it.
Haven't lived.
Can't comment. Age of Empires, I'll say, was very
Age of
good.
Empires was great. Like Photon,
yes.
Photon Man, and Who's Your Daddy to get the car.
Yes,
Oh,
that's why you
yeah.
got the little blue
Yeah,
car that would just
yeah.
drive around.
I remember catching my dad playing Age of Empires when I was asleep. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was feeling like
Was he using the cheats?
My dad is the coolest guy around.
Yeah.
He's playing video
Flying
games.
Dutchman meant the boats could go on land.
That's it, Flying Dutchman.
That's so funny, you remember all of them. What other famous cheat codes do you remember?
I don't know. I only played that, and then the only other game.
Counter-Strike.
The only other game that I played where I used like cheat codes was GTA on.
GTA, I remember those ones. You could get
yeah.
like, all the weapons, all the
we
ammo.
go!
And we're off here. We are going to see Snatchy doing what he does best with that AWP. It looked like an impossible round. He came in just
big
looking to
man
get some
ting.
exit frags.
It's the big man
And it
ting.
is the big man too. And we'll see whether this defuse will come through. They know exactly where he is. Get that defuse going, boys. But here comes the train. It should be enough. Has he got the kid? It doesn't matter. It looks like we've got a round stolen away by the Polish boys of VP.
Thank you, Snatchy. Express delivery, bringing home the
They
third.
had to work for that one. Yeah, that was a bit of a delivery because OG just really running to him one by one. This one of those rounds you think like it's such a lock-in, they must be saving.
Yeah.
Everyone's just jumping around trying to find the kill. Then he starts AWPing everyone. You realise you're all exposed all of a sudden. And the timing works out for him. Every shot just falls apart.
Still loads of cash to splash, so OG still got plenty of shots to give them their best foot forward to finish this T-side in double digits. Reminding you, we haven't seen OG pick up a win yet for their roster, their debut. They picked up 2 games played and 0-2 currently.
Do you often go with double digits?
I tend to like start single digits, and then you usually progress to double digits.
Yeah, it's
the
a good
game
play.
goes on.
It's a smarter way to go about it.
I really do hate that Palace position. I don't know how players get. It's all about like timing and intuition.
It's of course just walking up here.
Finds
like,
another
it's
opening
working.
track.
Like, I guess. Like, but why is there no? Like, I guess the money was low this round, but it's like that shouldn't be so sustainable for him. As either way, they are fights back in the round. It looks too good for Alexi.
Oh,
He saves the day, sticks the landing, and it looks like we're all done here. That kill will confirm things. A long-range spray from Valda.
So hard to lose that fight as well with the SG, right? You feel like that position right there is made for that.
Spray, pull left,
down, and into the curtains.
Yeah, up, then down again, then left, then right, and then you've got unlimited ammo or whatever it was. God, the GTA ones were always way too complex. I scrawled them down with like biro on
I
my
did as well.
notebooks.
I remember me and my friend on the PS2, they sat there like in a sleepover. They sat there for like 6 hours with all the cheat codes. You get the tank out, you get all the weapons. You could push a shopping cart around full of guns, I remember.
Yeah,
God. There was all sorts of things you could do.
I was, of course, not allowed GTA. Instead, I was given...
What was the reasoning for not being allowed it?
I was young. My cousin had it, though, so, of course, every time I went around his house...
It's just a pointless exercise, really.
Walking around playing Vice City, yeah.
He'd come back, we were just playing 101 Dalmatians. It was a great time.
Collected all the bones,
actually.
So many bones. But, yeah, no, I ended up getting given, like, kind of
I never really got that from my parents. Like, I always said to my parents, like, a kid, I was like, you know I'm aware of what these words are anyway. Like, you shielding my ears from them is not really going to do much. Like, I've heard all the words.
But it was at the time...
I appreciate that bad.
Video games cause violence was like proper tippity top.
They still try that bullshit.
They still try and weave that lie into the fabric of society.
I once dated a girl whose parents, when she was a teenager, didn't let her watch The Simpsons.
Irreverent comedies can be a little bit damaging to children, I suppose.
And then, after meeting the parents and stuff like this, fucking makes sense.
Oh, really?
The Simpsons. What did she make a Family Guy?
Yeah.
That was a blown
exactly
mind.
Right.
South Park came out.
Oh,
God.
Cartoons are the devil.
They're going to ruin everything.
Fucking hell.
Polluting
South
our
Park
minds.
ruined my life.
I
heard all the naughty words and all the opinions.
Oh, Jesus.
No, the parents looked a bit like cave people, so it kind of made sense.
Cave people.
Yeah, those.
Well, if they're watching now, shout out to you guys.
Strock brows.
Oh,
don't think Counter-Strike be up their street, to be honest. But
no, definitely not. Cave people not really into Counter-Strike. They stick to gardening.
I'm gonna start calling people cave people. That's got a real sting to it.
No, you can't call them a caveman or a cave woman.
No, it's cave people.
You're cave people, Alex.
Yeah, I got you. All encapsulating. 45 seconds left for a 2v2, and I have to be honest. That bomb being loose in the site is going to get
another knife. VP and knife kills.
They like them, don't they?
Yeah. Bit of shaky.
What's your favourite Christmas
knife kill?
Meat. I know if you're a vegetarian, you don't have to say.
Your
that's okay.
Christmas main?
Well, okay, so can I explain Christmas in Australia?
You're in summer, right?
Yeah, we have barbecues outside.
Oh.
Shorts are on.
Yeah. So like a nice snag, nice little snag.
Do they have like festive thongs, like festive flip-flops for the non-Australian?
No, we just wear normal flip-flops.
Oh, okay. So you don't get like little bells on.
What are you putting on the barbie at this point?
Steak, sausages, some lamb.
Ooh.
No turkeys inside.
No, well, like some people do that traditional shit, but it makes no sense. Like we're
I've
done
one Australian Christmas in Sydney, so I've experienced it on the beach.
How did it make you feel?
Well, I was a kid at the time. I was like 13 or 14. I was just like, this is weird. Like it felt like we was on holiday.
Yeah,
It is on the beach, like at a restaurant on Christmas Day. I was like, this is just weird.
Christmas for us isn't like sit around the fireplace and open presents and do all that bullshit. It's like sit outside at the back, crack some jokes, drink some beers, get the sun on you, have a bit of a surf.
Get stuck in, have a fight.
So let me get this right. So that means that when's it cold and when's winter?
July.
So what's happening there? Is there any July events?
No, nothing. It's only in Perth. It's probably only cold for about a month anyway.
This is looking like a very convincing VP round. They're coming online, boys. We said it'd be coming, and this is a very convincing one. We're going to see Mantu with the impossible task of the 5-on-1, Tech 9 in reserve, but he's going to need a lot more than that, I would say.
I want to see a 1v5 here, and if we don't, the stream will be ending, and we won't be coming back for the rest of the day. So thank you for tuning in for the first half of Counter-Strike.
I have to overrule that one.
Oh, dear. All right.
Just in case, we'll see the 5-on-1 come through. It does not.
Wait, top fragged? Oh, no, wait. He's the top fragged. Well,
yeah, Veggie did get a kill. He got a few towards the end. 10-5. We'll take a break and be back with the second half between VP and OG. See you there. Back, you beautiful bunch of bastards. We are going to be getting to the second half. Henry G, residing with Chad Birchall and Alex Richardson. Hello.
Alex, could you please explain to all the viewers at home the concept of bros before hoes?
The concept of bros before hoes.
Yeah, explain it to all the viewers at home.
It's something that's often thrown around, verbiage, pinned with a misogynistic brush, but while describing it is suggesting the prioritization of friends over relationships. That is the general concept.
I feel like it's not necessarily that. Like, it's just like reminding yourself that they're always there forever.
Exactly.
And this relationship potentially
And
not going to
and then
come, right?
bitches
I think
will come and go.
it definitely is that side to it, but there's also the idea of friendship is always going to be there for you. Your brothers are always going to be there. Why do you bring that up, Chad?
I just thought I'd like to kick off the piss round with something a bit spicy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it worked. It definitely caught us off guard.
I'd call that like a jalfrezi, maybe even a vindaloo.
I just think, we talk about Counter-Strike a lot.
We can say, if you've got any questions about life, send them in. We'll do the best of our answer. We did the agony aunt thing yesterday. Anything you got about relationships going on right now, just day-to-day activities, professional life, anything you've got like that. Interesting questions, we'll answer them the best of our ability. Mihu certainly presenting his, as we'll see a couple of headshots delivered there with the Glock towards short. Mantu and Issa now need to try and pull this one back. This is the kill that might decide everything.
That's it.
He needed that. It works out for him, but still, the bomb is on towards that B side of the map. He will continue progressing there. Mantu, aggressive, and it could cost him his life. Very low now, Chad Birchall.
If he can draw fire, though, he's doing a good job to pull out the fights, and he's got another Mantu.
The biggest man ting.
That's a huge play, unfortunately. Oh, he's got another one.
Sick.
He's just swinging.
10 HP.
Just swinging on him.
Damn, son.
Got a pair of keys in his hands, doing the windmill. Fucking getting it done.
Yeah, slapping him in the back of the head with his keys.
Well, there it is. He'll have the kit, the flashbang. Got himself 4 kills, lots of money, 16 frags at the top of the scoreboard there. Not bad at all. So, the bomb was planted, Chad. We are going to see presumably the Galils.
We could see the Galils. Or if you wanted, you could do like a P250 kind of B execute with all the nades. We did see that work for VP yesterday. They were able to string some rounds together off of that. So maybe we see something similar come out here. So, okay, they want the firepower.
How'd you get in, though?
With just
exactly, right? This
it'd have to be a contact play, right? You have to bait out the utility first.
Oh, but it's a mid-push, though.
What, the majority of them?
There is a mid-push right now. So if they get this kill here, this could be massive. This is unnecessary. I don't love it. I hate it, but it's all right.
I saw the idea that.
But look at Nathan. He's on an island right now. No one is close unless he doesn't matter.
He's just
don't worry about it. It's all good.
Does he get the third? Not quite, but he's done enough. More
Veggie didn't even have armor then, so that could have been a wham bam thank you ma'am.
Yeah, I think it is.
Put him in the bin.
He's just going to try and get the bomb down. I don't think that's possible. Trying to.
That's a cool Galil skin.
I think I've got that one. The one with the skull that opens out. That's the one I have.
I like it. That's a cool
nice one.
It's not as cool as your knife.
Do you reckon the prices went up? Like, as just a general like economic question and thought. Do you think when the weapon gets buffed, more players are going to want to use it?
Yeah,
definitely.
Do you think the
prices
it does. It does fluctuate. Yeah, especially like the M4NS like comes viable again, and those skins do go up.
So if you had the inside scoop on the patch notes, you could invest.
I suppose so. Yeah, a bit of insider trading.
Insider trading in the Counter-Strike skin market.
Wow. Well, the thing is, I don't think anyone has inside information in that respect.
Well, sometimes I don't think Valve employees are reading the patch notes, going, "Oh." Okay.
I'm glad that we updated that.
Oh, that looks good. Oh, thank you. Oh, finally the scoreboard's been changed.
They had this philosophy at one point. They said, all right, we made a beta client now. We're going to make sure we test everything before we put it into the game. They thought, you know what, that's boring. Let's just smash it all in there.
Go.
We'll deal with the repercussions tomorrow. Everyone go home. Good job, everyone. And it was not bad from VP. It's not going to do a whole lot for them, but we'll see if another kill's available. Pretty much about a 5% chance Veggie can win this with just this low HP and the fact they know where he is, but there is a bit of wiggle room. It will be incendiary, not going to be thrown.
If you could replace any part of your body with like a seamlessly installed like robotic replacement, and it can't be a dick, what would it be?
It can't be the dick.
No, because I knew that you'd immediately say.
I'm saying
I wouldn't replace that.
Yeah, well, we all know why.
Do we?
Yeah. I'm not touching my penis either. I'm happy with mine. I'm going arm. I want to roll like.
I'd probably go with
Luke
a heart.
Skywalker.
You know, just knowing that thing's never going to fail me. Just a nice robotic heart that's like it's guaranteed to last 200 years. and then I'll just keep going for as long as I can.
Keep on chugging.
Yeah, just knowing that like I don't want to die of a heart attack. That sounds horrible. I don't want to do that. So just, I'd go with that. Or lungs maybe, like robotic lungs.
Just protect them.
Okay.
So that would probably be bad. I can't figure anything else would just look really abnormal.
Yeah,
know?
but like no, but you wouldn't be able to tell.
Oh, it'd be like
it's like the
cyborg
$1 million
sort of-
man, like the $1 million man.
Okay, I understand. Oh, that changes everything.
Yeah, I'd be able to like have different like utility like tools on my fingers.
Okay,
so
like
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, that would
like
be kind of
go
cool.
Gadget spoon, and then I can like eat my.
Do you have to say
dessert.
go Gadget though?
No, I was giving you an example of like
Okay,
what
alright.
you could say.
Alright.
Inspector Gadget really had a lot of useless gadgets installed, didn't he?
Didn't he?
I'm pretty
And
sure
he
he
was
was
clumsy as
spewing,
fuck.
He was like spewing like big blue gunky toothpaste at people and stuff.
But
like,
why did they make him so like dopey? Wouldn't you have like somebody that's like a crazy like secret agent?
Yeah, probably
Fucking robot
Probably
dude.
less entertaining though, I guess that way.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, with that entertainment product and all,
Yeah.
which is what esports is, by the way, in case anyone was uncertain.
So I think this is how I would describe the Summit experience from my perspective. It's kind of like we're a bunch of dudes sitting on the couch enjoying the video games, while another bunch of people at home get the opportunity to feel like they're sitting here on the couch with us as we talk shit and not necessarily overhype the same rehash game that we've been doing for the last 365 days this year.
well, that doesn't check out here in December.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I totally understood the point, the sentiment, and I was just being unnecessarily picky.
Verbose?
Verbose.
I don't know the definition of that word. It just sounded good.
It does.
Someone look up what is the definition of verbose?
Okay, Google or
Or any other phone
search
providing
engine.
product that you may use.
Siri, Bixby.
What's that Apple chick's name?
So, here it is. Okay, using or expressed in more words than are needed. Oh, that is actually my life. So yeah.
Damn.
Verbose.
I've been reading shit and it's paying off.
The most verbose man in esports. That's what they call me. Just pistols for OG. So this does look like the gap will be closing in just a little bit now. VP on their T side. This is their map that we've seen so much success from. Admittedly, though, this was OG's pick, so they felt like they had a good shot, and it seems that up until this point, that has been the case.
Well, this looks like the red carpet has been laid out, though. Just the pistols waiting on the other side. Desert Eagles firing off to the best of their ability, but at this point, it's just a matter of time before they are closed out. 5-7 doing decent work there. Should be traded. Not quite. Lovely work with the 5-7. A pistol is having a bit of a resurgence here as it gets 3. Makes things very uncomfortable indeed. We're going to have MBK left towards CT Spawn. And he'll be trying his best, but unfortunately won't be converted. Wasn't the force buy, though, was it?
Alex,
No.
as our resident Dota expert on the couch, is VP versus OG a common matchup in their realms?
It certainly was when I was providing all the Dota action. Yeah, Virtus.pro gang.
Are they dead now?
I haven't been keeping up to date, really, to be honest. Haven't dipped my toe into that Dota pool in a while, but I know the VP boys are still swinging. Yeah, no one still on that roster. I still follow him on Twitter.
I've never watched a Dota game.
Really?
Never. Oh, I've put it on, but it just doesn't catch me. Like I'm just like.
We should put on the True Sight documentary.
Oh,
for
that
him.
would get him.
Yeah,
man.
that would get
that's
him.
great. But do you know what I've been watching a little bit more recently? Is actually League of Legends. Yeah, no, their Worlds was legit. Like I really got.
Oh, the intro to their worlds was really
God, they
good.
pulled me in. Yeah, it was brilliant.
I just hate video games like that look relatively boring from my
That
perspective.
doesn't look nice. Oh dear, not the cleanest round here from VP.
Yeah. And with less than they brought into the previous, actually. And now,
Maybe
with
an
Mantu's
kill on the
flank.
cards here.
Oh, if they keep baiting, I actually love
The
it.
freshest man ting.
Oh, okay, VHR just checking in the nick of time, so no worries.
I've heard that noise through the wall a couple of times.
You have?
Yeah.
I do some practice commentary when I'm going
okay.
before I go to sleep,
Okay.
like
Right.
verbal warm downs.
We got to get you a mattress. Can we get you a mattress
we
in
really
January?
do. Dude, that's part of the January thing. Ping pong, mattress,
Pool table maybe.
Yeah.
games.
I want that cable machine.
Hitting the gym. We are going to look so sexy. We should start like have you taken your before pictures, guys,
Nah,
in case
man,
you ever
I'm not-
actually transform?
not
I've
doing
done one
that
like
shit.
once
Like at
every
your lowest
month
point?
or so.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, I've got a catalog.
I don't really care what old Chad used to look like. That
I know. I
fat,
want to be able to look at it so I
little
can
chubby,
exactly.
depressed, pasty white cunt.
I didn't want to say it.
Fine.
Needed to be said.
Sometimes it's just good to hear what you've been thinking for so long.
Needed to come out.
But yeah, I think that I want to get that before picture. It's harder sometimes to notice those changes in yourself if you don't have a reference point.
Well,
Chad,
Yes.
what would you consider to be your survival instincts in this world? What do you consider something that you have developed and refined over many years to be a survival instinct in this world out there? You know, there's lots of examples, whether it's confidence, nonchalance, whatever it is, something that you fall back on in time.
I can answer first. I definitely like to be the clown of the room.
Like humor?
Yeah,
Oh!
I know I can. If I'm the loudest and
Obviously the proudest,
I can
feel safer.
Yeah, I guess I was a quite naturally introverted person, and in this job I've had to really change that up, and I've had to just let my personality completely reverse almost. And
how does that make you feel, though?
It's good. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. It feels like I'm more myself, and actually the person I am around my friends, I suppose. It's difficult in this environment, having to do it every single day. Like, you know, when you're potentially waking up and not feeling great, and you can't just tuck yourself in the corner of the office and have a quiet day.
Yeah.
You have to turn it on all the time. So it's a gift and a curse.
Especially when you consider the I think a big part of the appeal of a lot of our characters and people's characters in this space is that it's the authenticity and how genuine it is in the way you share. But it's difficult when you have those days when you wake up and you'd like to just put your earphones in your office for your 9 to 5. Instead, you've got people analyzing your every. Oof, that was lovely.
I think though, I spend a lot of time with you guys, and it's very rare that someone's in a not so great mood, and it's very easy to tell when you're in a not so great mood, right? That's something that is clear with the amount of time I spend with you guys.
That's because you have social and emotional intelligence, Chad. Not everyone in this world has it.
Okay, well that I do notice, but in the sense of being around you guys all the time, I would say for 75-80% of the time that we're spending together on the road or doing things, it's always a relatively high level of energy, right? And that's not just on camera. That's legitimately the rapport that we have on camera is because that's the same rapport we have off camera. So I find that we're like this in a regular basis more so. But to build on your initial question there, Alex, I find the same as Henry in the sense of I used to be a chubby, nerdy kid in high school, right? And then Counter-Strike was the world for me where I could be myself. I had confidence because you could measure how you fit into the world of Counter-Strike by how good you were, right? And if people wanted to play with you, or if you that's how I was able to measure myself as an individual. And then when I became a pro in the CGS days, that changed my whole outlook on everything. I was a professional at the thing I loved, and for whatever reason, doing that makes girls look at you completely differently. And when that happens, your whole life changes. But in terms of a survival instinct, I don't know. It's just not stopping. I think
that's definitely one of yours.
Is my because when I stop, I think. So I just don't stop because then you can't think. You just keep going.
But don't you think in an ideal world, while we're doing this therapy session, that you would be comfortable being left alone?
We're working
with your thoughts?
on it.
That's a goal, right? That's not that's you're putting a band-aid on a leaking faucet. That's not
Well, that's why when we talk about the thing of needing more hobbies and that kind of stuff, right? That is not because I want to do more things. Right now, that is the last thing I want to do. But having more hobbies is going to take my mind further away from things, and it's going to give me other things to obsess over. I would say people in the gaming world tend to, especially at this level, have obsessive personalities, right? We find something that we like and we go 0 to 100 instantly. We're just all in. And that's what I think this is right? An all in for me. So the more things I give myself to spread out over and the more things that I can obsess over, then when I do have downtime, it's not downtime. Then it's maybe, now I have time to go do this or this or this.
It sounds like you're just talking about keeping yourself active. You want to be kind of constantly keeping yourself dynamic and... What's the word? Stimuli. You want different stimuli in your life.
I have a problem though, and I know Henry has this same problem. Is that we go to all these amazing places and we have opportunities to do amazing things, right? We could have gone to the Great Wall of China while we were in Beijing, but I've seen a picture of the Great Wall.
You see that?
For me, it's just
I don't give a fuck.
There's such little time, in terms of free time, you have to really say, right, I'm going to dedicate the only morning we have off this entire event
to drive 2 hours.
And
to look at a wall.
If I'm going to do it, I'd rather do it on my terms, and it's not because I'm here. It's convenient. If I really wanted to go see it, I'd go see it. There's not much that I haven't seen that I'm damn, wish I'd gone and sort that out. But normally when I'm traveling, it's just for work. I'm just trying to focus on that. So I'm just trying to get through the events. There's a lot of this. Is the 26th event I've done in 2019.
It's pretty nice.
So there's a lot of them. Just trying to keep a head above water,
Certainly, yeah. And my butt off a plane seat.
The last thing I need is more
No, if we could
pressure
be-
on myself going, oh, you didn't do enough tourism while you were in
loser.
China.
If we could be more on the on the business class flights, I wouldn't mind being on more
That was
planes.
phenomenal, yeah.
Wasn't that a nice little
Love
treat?
that. Happy Christmas to me.
VP are back in the driving seat here, boys.
Firmly at this point.
Well, they're back in the car. You
Yeah.
know, I'd say that
They've started the engine.
They were chasing the vehicle. Now they're in the car.
They've hopped off the moped, commandeered the vehicle.
They do love throwing.
They have it. No, but look at their bank.
Oh,
Their
they have
bank
got a lot,
is
to
huge.
be
Their
fair,
bank is
right.
swelling out of control.
And this is going to be the 6th round in a row.
So $3,500 in the bank again, and probably another kill going against them.
Here's the rule of thumb, Counter-Strike fans. If you have the 10-year badge on Steam, like on CS, use the 10-year badge.
Where's the 15-year badge coming along?
I don't know. But these guys don't have it. Use the 10-year thing. Don't
Or the
be
major
using any of this
champion if
new
you've got
shit.
that.
Exactly.
Operation
that's right.
Phoenix, man. They're representing.
Don't be using any of the other bullshit. Have the
Snacks
10
is
years.
representing, look
Show
at that.
your dominance. You know, you want to walk in the room and you want a big dick. I've been fucking here forever. You know, you want
We've
everyone
only
to know.
got one major win on the server right now. It's Snacks, isn't it?
Yeah. He doesn't even have it on. Wouldn't you have it on? I'd have it on at all
MBK
times.
must have a semi-finalist, right?
No, MBK won 2 majors, right?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, was that LDLC?
He's got his DreamHack one on.
One with Keo and he won
Yeah.
with
There you go.
To me, he's got himself his nice jungle smoke. Stairs from PHR.
Oh, who's
That's
isolated on the
snatchy for
site?
CT.
Issa's isolated, so Issa has to multi-frag here from the site. Good nade.
Lots of damage. It's going to be picked up by Mantu.
Oh, the gap!
Baby got gap. Just a little one, though. You can't
Ooh,
quite see him.
ooh.
Snatchy does. Oh, and patience from Mantu does find PHR. He's going to get another.
Nice.
He's been doing some great work now
Yes.
from the smoke. Mihu does emerge, and now the bomb can go down. But
Valdez can stop this.
he's going to try. Oh, that's not too bad, though. Snatchy, what can you do? He's
Lots
got a
of nades.
Molotov. Flashes as well.
Yeah. They haven't got a smoke. I guess that's something, but
Okay.
should be taken care of.
Hold up, he's being offered a chance.
No.
Bowling, Shane.
Damn, Alexi. He had some lovely top spin on that.
That was lovely. Double AWP setup picked up there after breaking the spell of a 5-round deficit. OG will find their 14th round. VP, plenty of money though. We know that much. Another plant coming through. Snatchy got $16,000. So certainly going to have the AWP after a couple of frags in the round as well. But Mantu, 23 to his name.
I hope Stella's still here. I want to say hello to the dog properly.
It's the friendliest dog ever.
Really?
Yeah, I hung out with him for about 10 minutes yesterday. Or her, sorry. And she just
can't
wants to
wait.
play. She just wants to cuddle.
Oh, I want cuddles. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
We could probably get on the sofa, I'd imagine.
I wish I had a pet.
Dude, yeah, the dog life, it just really, we could not be living a worse life for a dog owner
Yeah,
right now.
or for anything. Anything.
Any sort of relationship with any sort of living creature, actually.
Any creature, mainly
Anything.
humans.
Well, look, our home is growing some creatures inside it at the moment, so
That's been worked on. Damp in the lantern at the moment.
yeah, I think it's just Malta. I didn't realize how bloody humid it was going to be, but this frag here from Mr. Vegetation could be huge, as Issa is baiting for Voldemort.
Yeah, he has his vitamins and minerals.
Oh, he's going to get baited into this one.
He's on the edge of
lured
the
in.
smoke. Yes, Veggie. That's a nice read. Nice catch.
Yeah, that's a big frag. And slow it right down now. They did have 3 players outside ready to push, but might as well wait for the
That's
reaction to
brave.
this point. And we have got Issa transitioning to almost identically the same position
Mantu
here, trying
can
to catch
flash
him
him
off.
in.
It's late, though. And now the fight's coming in. Gets the first. Not ready for the second. Snatchy, despite the shallow disadvantage, will prevail. And completely undaunted. Nice play from Mantu. He held his nerve.
Yeah, he keeps landing the shots here. 24 kills now,
Damn.
as we'll see him hold strong towards the A side. But still, an edge for VP with 40 seconds remaining. What have they got left? They've got only 1 smoke, couple of mollies. In terms of the CD setup, spread across the map. 1 in B, 1 in A, 1 in a transition spot towards CD spawn. Watching towards the vents for any backstab. That's Alexi B. Snacks going towards connector. Finish up towards A. Hopefully they'll find Mantu. He presumably
Mantu-
gets 1 kill at least.
But he's just pretending no one's coming through middle, which I don't love that approach. Like, oh dear.
There we go. Coming out, PHR.
MBK.
Mbaka.
MBK.
Wait, it's just enough time to get that bomb down.
Safe
2 seconds to
side.
spare. It has to be clean. And it was quite the opposite.
Well, there we go. It's another financial blunder for OG. You're going to have $2,000 on MBK. Just over 3 for Issa. Has to be the partial buy here. This could be a chance for VP to potentially tie things up.
Give up 13. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
You could probably drop some deagles across from Alexi B, right? He's got.
They haven't had massive success with the pistol so far. This could be the round that they find that point, I suppose.
A couple of nades behind
VP
as
haven't
well.
looked exactly efficient on these sort of rounds. They head towards B usually, and that normally falls apart. The mid push has been a problem for them. They're sticking together, though. I like that. They've got to move with conviction, though, Chad. You can't really waste any time.
No, and that's what VP used to do on this map. Remember, we have to go back about 3 years, but they would just, like really just ramp up the pace through middle, lots of nades, lots of flashes. Yeah.
The boost now would be quite telegraphed. You need to be careful of that, but they have got the first 2 kills. Just hold up now. No one needs to do anything. This is when you're shouting, everyone hold for 30 seconds.
Chill.
Don't do anything. Wait for the pushes. Wait for the flanks. No one has to do a thing. Just hold. Stay comfortable. Keep trading. And they're using the snake formation here. Back towards T-spawn.
Damn, I think I played this game before. Sony Ericsson.
Oh, yeah. What happened to Snake?
My Simmons telephone, I believe it was.
I had a Sony Ericsson that it was flipped out, it turned out,
I had that sick phone.
Yeah.
That was cool. You could change the frame of it. You could change the color.
Fuck, we're old.
I know the cool phones.
You never
I
did.
always got the hand-me-downs from my dad, his business Nokia.
Yeah, every time. 3310.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
The Snake now arriving in the jungle of B and already has gobbled up NBK, a lump now in the anaconda that is the Virtus.pro.
Bomb down, round guaranteed. Wasn't much to talk about.
All right.
Got any questions sent in?
No, nothing exciting.
Oh, I didn't check my telephone. Where is that thing?
Nothing at all.
Oh, okay. I mean, I get it. Message received.
So I'm feeling better for everybody. Thanks for asking, guys. I'm on the mend.
You are? Oh, goodness. I was worried about you.
The phlegm is no longer yellow. So that's how you know you're getting better.
Well, you've had all that time off to relax, and
we've got a question here, and I guess well, I'll see who wants to take it. It's from Nick. He says, "Where do babies come from?"
So basically, mate, we got
birds
a man,
and the bees,
and we got a woman, and then we have genitals. So basically,
Chad's a bit of an expert.
Yeah.
But no. So how does it work?
So you have to mash those parts together.
Right. As hard as you can.
As hard as you can.
Jesus.
Until everyone's
chemical reaction.
Everyone's quite content with the environment. Everyone has a smile on their face normally afterwards.
I'm actually kind of glad.
Not all the time. Sometimes there's some
Sometimes
crying.
there's tears.
There's crying.
There can be
sometimes
tears. There can be tears.
More than you'd expect, to be honest.
And then approximately 9 months later, a little miniature version of you.
These are the footnotes, but that's essentially.
I mean, I'm actually kind of glad that Chad got a dry run here, so he can practice and refine it for his first birds and the bees chat.
Well, my parents never talked to me about sex.
I remember the first time I had to ask my dad about the whole thing. Really was a very uncomfortable scenario for everyone involved.
I think my mum took the reins on that, actually.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah, she
was
bought
like,
me
Alex,
all the books.
It's your 23rd birthday, so I think it's time.
It's about time. I know you have some questions.
This is the moment now. I feel like we need to get you kind of on board with how
This is a
everything
big
works.
2v2, by the way.
This is a big one. Chad, take us away.
Well, now with the bomb down, that smoke's going to land. No defuse kit in play here, so the clock, it will be an issue as Man2 and
This
Issa.
is brave.
They are the youngsters in the squad, really, when experience is concerned. But that jump noise, it will be given away. The flash will follow an Issa. He's going to have to jump on out in a big way here. Snatchy with the AWP moves over to the P250. More flashes coming through, and now the audible has been made. He's going to make the kill, but Veggie and Snatchy, they've done it. It's 14-14. Would you believe it?
Gracious.
No, so I think my parents only had sex like twice, and I have a sister, so that would be the 2 times.
I think I told Alex's story recently. I actually got bullied at school for a period of my time because my parents had a child late, right?
Yeah.
So my mum had my brother when she was 40. That is quite rare.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. But at the time, everyone was like, somehow it was my bad. People going up to me and going, "What's, your parents still have sex? Oh, you're an idiot." Like,
that's so gross.
That's so weird. You let your parents have sex. It's like, I'm 12. What do you want me to do?
I
Like,
think that's great.
what do you want me to say?
I think that's great.
I feel like, is it not a good thing? Like,
Well,
a healthy relationship?
I hope that I'm still fucking when I'm like 40.
You know, I find it so strange that kids find so many things to mock,
they found that was my problem, apparently. Like, that they found a good couple of mums out of that.
Yeah, I think I remember there was a couple of kids that regardless of what shoe they wore to school, it was just religiously mocked. Like the poor guy, like he's probably gone to his parents, like, take me to Clark's, mum. I need people need to stop.
Dude, I've lived that
shoes.
life. Like the sports kit, like I've always had the cool Nike and Adidas stuff. I used to get the Donne trainers and that. My mum is like
sportif.
Like we were relatively well off. Like we weren't like super poor or anything, but she was a penny pincher. It was the Donne trainers every time. It was just like, mum, you can't. Oh, this is social suicide. I can't.
Donne.
This is gonna kill me.
Diodora.
Yeah, every time she'd get the JD Sports like £10 trainers.
Yeah,
like
man.
you can't do this to me. It's gonna kill me. I had no opinion on it. She just had to turn up and they would be left in my room.
I'm gonna be that parent. I am. I'm gonna be like, look, you're growing out of this. Your feet are still growing.
And she'd buy them 2 sizes too big as well, so I'd have to grow into them.
That's smart,
frugal,
really.
but not necessarily the wisest choice.
VP have turned this game around, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Henry did say they were going to win.
You did, stomping through the last couple of rounds here.
Alex, is us doing this selling you more on the idea that we could just do a podcast from the Lantern, the three of us, and people would probably listen?
I don't know. I just feel like every man and their dog has made a podcast now, and I just feel like
that sounds like someone's tweet that I've heard recently, and I don't know if
all we need to do, though, realistically,
if
you just get 500 listens a week, like that's enough. Like I'm just trying to get things off my chest, you know. My thoughts. I doesn't need to be the world's biggest podcast.
No.
Just need to be able to entertain a few people. Like I listen to podcasts while I'm in bed, right? Just to go to sleep off.
It's
Do
voices.
just some good lads who just have a chat, you know. That's pretty much all I need.
I mean, I'm talking to you anyway. I'm not upset with there's another microphone involved.
Well, we have some fun stories, like stuff that I wouldn't say on the BTS broadcast, but stuff that I'd say on my own channel.
Yeah, I think I'd be willing to pull down the facade a little further, introduce them to the guy you live with.
I've not worn pants on broadcast before, so for me it's not too much of a...
No, I haven't really got much to hide. Like, I think pretty much people know what I'm like at this point.
Yeah.
It's not like I pretend I'm a goody two shoes or anything like that, you know.
Or a baddie one shoe.
People can look at me and assume what
this
kind
is
of
fake.
Oh, this is a bit of a fake, isn't it?
I think they just want a reaction.
They did this though in the second round, I believe, right? Like they faked out. They won the pistol and they faked out this A approach, trying to see what the grenades were there, and they had players ready to head over towards the other side of the map.
I think they're going to go back to A though, right? Because they're trying to draw out all this utility. And as we can see here, Man2 and MBK are the only ones with a lot of nades left. Over towards A. East has got fuck all. Okay.
Oh, it's aggression, and then he gets another one through the smoke, which he does.
That's
it looks
the
like
round.
Overtime. The first one of its kind comes in the first map of our second day here. Not necessarily confirmed. Veggie's got something to say.
This could fall in its ass.
You can take the time. There's no rush.
Ooh, that's so aggressive. Dear. How does he get it? And now aggressing again. PHR, however, yeah, he's going to have to scramble. No chance.
Okay.
First overtime of the tournament.
It felt like a good idea drawing out the nades, but this is where we were talking about the experience yesterday, Henry, of the OG roster, right? Where they have the players who were taking initiative, I think was the word that was used. It was thrown around with them.
Yeah,
we saw them doing it on Dust 2, taking mid-round initiative, and the same thing has happened here. Especially when the chips are down, a lot of teams, a lot of players would be quite scared to do that on 15-14. So, yeah, that's good to see. You don't hate to see it.
Yeah, nice work. Well, I assume it's going to be 10k MR3. So you have to be a little bit more careful on the CT side here. If you go double AWPs and you lose the first round, you will not have double AWPs for the third, that's for sure. So you'll see players with helmets, as reflected now on OG's buy. T side, not so much a big issue. The weapons are cheaper, and you get money for the bomb going down, which will probably happen.
You don't need to buy as many diffuse kits either.
No.
So like you should probably, with only 10k, you should probably only invest in like 2, maybe 3. You don't need to go crazy on the amount of diffuse kits that we see getting purchased. But VP aren't going for a change of pace. They're just going for more of the same. The default is spread.
Sure.
What would you consider a default spread? Like just Bertoli, or like more of like a Flora? Those are all British brands. So
yeah, no, we have Flora in Australia.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that at least makes sense.
Would you guys want me to bring you back anything from? Is there anything that's good in Australia that we have? Not really, is there? You
got the same shit, really.
Same shit,
yeah,
just different
sun.
name.
If you could put it in that suitcase, maybe bring some of that back.
I'll take some photos of it for you.
Yeah, please. Yeah, or just look at it for me.
Look
just
at
stare
this.
directly into
There's
it.
no like foods or anything I crave, I don't think.
No. You're not big on the sugary stuff anyway.
No,
so.
That's normally what you bring back, right? Like sweets.
Yeah, my mum always
Tim Tams.
Mum always stuffs it in the fucking suitcase. Like, Mum, I'm trying to lose weight. She always gets me those pens though, the 4-colored pens.
I did put a cinnamon roll in my mouth this morning and regret it, so I just spat it out.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what?
It's so much sugar,
No,
man.
I just started chewing it. I was like, my God, this is so small, but probably the same amount of calories as like a full lunch.
Do you guys want to do Korean barbecue tonight?
I'm down.
Henry, I know you're not huge on the Korean barbecue.
If it's nearby, sure.
Man 2 needs to get more than one hit, especially now Mihu's fragging on short, but from behind they strike, and the first round does go the way of VP after a 10-5 half in favor of OG. We are seeing the Virtus.pro T-side campaign paying off in a big way. It was 10-5 from them in response to bring us to that overtime. That's how the rounds work. If you score the same,
sure.
That's my analysis complete.
Nexus shirt says "fuck" on it.
Does it
Not really.
Naughty.
Oh,
The definition of it on the back as well.
Saucy. It's a very flexible word, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
one of the most. Yeah.
Not the ideal way to start the round, really. However, look at the acceleration.
Oh, he's going to get him completely transitioning. Now they're tucked in on connector. Another frag. VP firing off, and the smokes arrive as well. He's going to try and bring the fight to them. Look at Alexi, close quarters, through the smoke, and nothing. Absolutely nothing they can do about this. Mihu confirms it.
They're running away with it. VP on the 2-0. He said money would be a problem. If you do go down to that scoreline, you can see that's evident now with around $3,000 per player on the OG side. I'll take a timeout, Chad. This is where you really have to batten down the hatches. You bring out the SMGs, the Deagles, a FAMAS, a Valda.
10k hurts.
Yeah, it's going to suck that the newest addition to the team, or the newest name, is the one top fragging, and none of these more veteran... the veteran players are coming on through. This is where you need them. This is where you want them.
Right. What's the call? You know, what are you going to do with your...
No one's saved at all. They are
they're
absolutely
fucked.
broke.
They're up shit creek without a paddle.
So
in that expression, is the creek full of shit?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
so
a river of shit.
Right, and you
it's
can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I imagine it to be like a really ropey old like canoe.
Yeah.
You got like the paddle is like a piece of wood, like a plank.
Yeah.
That's about all you got, and you don't even have that.
You don't even have the plank anymore. It's
Yeah,
floating on
that's
the
where
shit
it's
creek.
like almost in a jungle. Like that's the way I've always.
I see it, like kind of like
envisioned
where DB Cooper's hiding.
Exactly.
Somewhere.
That's
near
it.
the shit creek.
Yeah, if he's still going.
Yeah. He is actually. He made a movie. It's called The Room. Don't know if you've heard of it.
He made that? I thought he was never found.
I know he starred in it as well.
Oh.
Yeah, changed his name.
I did.
Tommy
I listened to a
Wiseau.
podcast about 5 years ago.
Yeah,
that was the last time I heard.
There's a leading conspiracy theory that Tommy Wiseau is DB Cooper.
Oh, I see.
Because of that the mysterious financing of The Room. It's all coming from him, and he never explains where he got the money from. And so maybe he's the notorious DB Cooper.
DB Cooper, Chad, is a criminal who jumped out of a plane after trying, or exclaiming he was going to blow the thing up, and then never did. He jumped out of a parachute, allegedly, landed, and was never found. And it was like...
He stole a lot of money, right?
And this is way before 9/11 or anything like that. It's one of the great, most famous heists of a plane. But I don't think he got any money out of it. I don't
really?
think. No, I think he just got away. Like he was asking, like, upon arrival, he'd have like millions of dollars waiting for him, and he realized it was never going to happen, so he just parachuted out the back, which apparently can't even be done out of jets like that. Like it's not even possible. But people still.
I like the story though.
It's an interesting one. I do love all the conspiracy theories. I've watched a couple of recent ones.
What's your favourite one?
There's one at the moment just regarding...
Can we say 9/11 was an inside job here, or is that like... No,
I feel like we stay away from it.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, right.
Probably.
We're into that.
Probably. Just not that.
But 1 round away from VP, and they will be looking to close this one out on their defense, which, as you can see, didn't necessarily
My
go
favorite
well.
conspiracy, to go back to that one, is the mattress shop one. If you remember when we watched that?
It's so good.
Like when you drive around LA, especially, like how many mattress shops there can be in the vicinity of a 1 mile square.
Everyone has to sleep though.
Yeah, but no, people buy mattresses every 10, 15 years, right? And the amount of mattress shops in some like cities in America, especially, you'll find one on a drive from the hotels or venue. You'll see like 6 mattress shops.
And a guy on Google Maps in this video
there's never anyone in them. Like,
but what's the point? What's the conspiracy?
Because they're laundering cash. Like where's
probably.
the best place to hide money is inside a mattress. You know, famously. They're not necessarily doing that, but it's a front for something else. Is what people are saying.
Because
a retail store, how could it be?
Like the drugs.
People just order mattresses online from Amazon. Why would you? How could you even get it back? Why would you go to a store for it? You know.
Can you get a mattress on Amazon?
Yeah, you can get. There's that whole influencer thing now. Mattresses became a massive thing.
Everyone's
for 2 years.
got a cool mattress now. Yeah, they've all got like first names. It's
Instagram
like
mattresses.
Cynthia mattress and Jeremy mattress.
So why didn't we get you a mattress online yet?
They come in a box. You open it and it goes.
Yeah, we probably.
So we could have got him a mattress already.
Can.
I thought we had to get a bunch of like burly men to deliver it up a fucking flight of stairs.
It comes in a box.
Boys, this one's over. Shut it down. Pack it up. VP have done it. The turnaround. The 10-5 first half. Would you believe it?
It's still. Oh, it is a 5-on-2. I thought there might be a chance. There's not.
This is called shitting
Through
the bed.
Smoke, and he's just
this is the pick of OG, correct?
Indeed. Next up is Train.
Which is not such a cookie cutter
That's quite
experience.
nice, isn't it? Thank you, DJ, for pointing that one out.
Oh yeah, we never have to ask again, really.
No.
Yeah, we're running a very vanilla.
Can DJ
GUI,
draw on the map now?
He can,
he's
but
enjoying
what's
that?
he going to draw? Draw a dick.
No, don't do that, DJ. Oh, okay, to scale.
5-on-1 now. Good luck.
Mantu gonna give them.
This is how it was at to go overtime, right? He was left in a 1-on-5.
That's exactly. Yeah.
So this is over.
Deja vu.
Unless he can win a 1-on-5.
Well, here comes the unnecessary repeat.
Pack it up, back it in, let me begin. Alex, is this your water here in the red cup?
Not anymore.
Well, he's giving this a good go.
Well, I'm not sure if we're
Won't win,
mine.
but it's going to be a decent effort there, and it will be VP picking up the first map of the two. It was Mirage, the pick of OG, and it looked like they had that one in the bag as well. They had a firm lead on it, couldn't close that one out, and it's going to be 0-3 now for OG, the new roster, the big org behind them as well, brought together. This is supposed to be a bit of a boot camp of them, shows what they've got. They haven't been together much time at all, to be fair, but still losing to VP, like especially on their map pick, that's not looking too great.
I think the thing is there's going to be a lot of groundswell around them because of the organization, right? And people will know what was possible with the Dota roster, who are just like, if you know the story, you know the story.
Yeah.
But this is not the same level in Counter-Strike. You can't just rock up as like a meme squad and be fucking good. I'm not saying that's what OG was. They're obviously fantastic players.
Sure.
I'm not saying they were also at a much higher position when they got dogged out by that fucking cunt. What was his name? Fly. Is that him?
That's the one.
Yeah, whole different thing here, Henry. But
he's over there.
Yeah, he's like, hey man, hey, he knows like Krav Maga and shit, right? He'd fuck me up.
He's huge. Yeah, he would destroy you. Yeah.
He should know that cunt is a nice word.
Term of endearment.
Yes.
Anyway.
Right. Well, that was the first game of the day. Mirage doesn't really go the way OG wanted it to. Train.
Snacks looks happy. He's eating a banana.
Yeah, it's a very strong performance, a good comeback from VP.
Definitely.
I expect even more of a strong showing from VP on Train.
On Train,
yeah. That's a technical map, and if you're not, you can all know the smoke. That's fine, but it's all about the timings really on that map. Mouse Sports proved that last week at Pro League. It's all about the timings. One thing goes wrong, it could all fall apart very quickly. You need to make sure that everyone's pincer the correct time. Everyone's pushing calculated moments and towards Ivy, Main, Pop Dog. Very difficult map to actually get under your control.
VP have shown as well that they have multiple people AWPing. You know, Snatchy, PHR's also been picking it up, so there's a bit of flexibility there within those roles. But I guess you could say the same thing for OG. We've seen Alexi AWP, we've seen the big man Ting AWP, so...
that's right.
He's selling the Manting. I mean, you know what? Mantu did have a great game. He's like closing on 30.
Getting people nicknames.
He looked strong, but
he does.
We're going on to Train. He's going to have to pick that one up, and the other names didn't really shine.
I wonder who will anchor inside. Like Valde was a pretty good inside anchor at one point in time. So maybe they just leave him in that kind of position.
Who played it for Ents? That's a weird question. X7.
Sergey. And he had Aloe as the rotator. Okay. So I guess you could have like Alexi B playing like the swing player, helping out the Mantu, and then having close main like Issa and MBK maybe, or MBK and Alexi have roles that are probably interchangeable, just based off of like the style of players they are. So that'll be curious to see how this one kind of unravels.
All right then. Well, we'll take a cheeky little break. We'll be back with Train momentarily, and hopefully we'll see the first map win for OG because they kind of need a win at this.
If they don't make it to the playoffs, it's going to be like a bummer for them.
Actually, I'm sure a lot of people are watching just because that org is on this point. So we'll see if they can get it together after this very short break. We'll see you there.